A well-written book is a passport to a new world and endless possibilities. Good morning is the Authors Confab show today, and at the Authors Confab we promote authors. I'm Rachel Ogusawo of Royal Ray International. We're a writing, author, publishing, and author branding firm. For the Authors Confab, we have a weekly radio show and the replay shows on the YouTube channel. For the other parts of the author brand, which is the Rana Award, we have an annual event where we celebrate authors and give them award. So today there is a wonderful guest on the show, an author who is here to share the stories behind this author journey. So it's going to be a fantastic one. Good morning, sir. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
I'm Pastor Kehinde Omolaja.
Okay, amazing. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate. Please tell us a little more about yourself.
Yes, according to the introduction I gave, I'm a pastor of a church, particularly the Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Wow.
I'm also an author.
Okay.
By the grace of God, I've written 2 books.
Okay.
So I'm here to talk about my latest book.
Okay, thanks for coming. It's amazing to have an author who is a pastor. So you've been writing from the realms and the inspiration from God. Okay, thank you. So I want to ask, when did you start authoring? I mean, what inspired this journey?
Yes, by the grace of God, my first book was written in 2019, and it's a work done around 2013. So it took a long time, and the inspiration came by virtue of the course I did then at University of Ibadan Information Science. I was just looking at how to practicalize this in the Christian faith.
Okay.
So that was a motivation. Apart from that, I am a student of writers. So that also
inspired
me to write.
Wow. So your first book, you talked about 2013.
Yes.
So your first book came 4 years after. Am I right?
6 years
6
after.
years after. So what do you think caused that delay?
Yes, the delay of when I was writing it, I said, okay, I just wrote the book for a while and I just abandoned it.
Okay, so there was delay for a few years. When it was time, what prompted that action?
Yes, when it was time, the church I was pastoring was, I was pastoring the church for 10 years. I was just looking at a landmark event to commemorate my 10 years of pastoring the church.
So you have no choice, like there's a target. Wow.
Something.
Wow, yes.
This will be memorable.
Wow.
The 10 years of pastoring the church.
Wow. I love that, because I know people who decides to author maybe 50 years old, their golden jubilee, their silver jubilee. Some will say, okay, I'm opening a new house and I know people will come to celebrate with me. Let me write a book, I'll sell to them. So I love the fact that 10 years anniversary of your church prompted you and pushed you to achieve your target. So it's a good one. There are many people that they have ideas. People listening, there are many people that have the ideas. Some have even written, but they feel there's nothing pushing or encouraging them. But dear listeners, the world is waiting to read that story you are covering. Don't die with those ideas. Please birth those books, birth the ideas, and let your words bless people. So, sir, since the time you started authoring, you said you've authored 2 books. What do you think? What will you regard as your win moments, your haha moments?
The strong moments.
Yeah, the sweet ones.
Yeah, the feedback.
Okay.
One gets from people that read the book.
Okay.
Some of them say, oh, the book is a blessing, it's inspiring, it's something that they would like to read. As a matter of fact, somebody bought the book. He said a colleague took the book from him and did not return the book.
Because
the book was a blessing.
So that person just said, oh, I better go and buy your own. This one,
they will buy the book.
Again. Wow, it's amazing. I remember that year, a couple got married, and because I couldn't attend and I was supposed to send the money. So I don't even know what prompted me to ask that, oh, do you want book or money? And for the first time, I heard somebody saying book. I said, wow. And then 1 week or a few days after, I heard the feedback from them that, okay, I sent it in 3 books actually. I have a I have a combo of 3 books for newly married honeymoon pack. So a few days after the dispatcher delivered, I had, oh, we've read your book, blah blah blah. This is myself and my wife. This is they are blessed. And imagine that this person that asks for book instead of money, like if people really want, thank God, it was a blessing. So, dear listeners, for birthday gifts, for your boss celebration, whatever, you can also add books to the package, and then that way you are a connector, a bridge between the author and that your loved person. So it's not only about cake or clothes or whatever, perfume. Please let us normalize gifting people books for their celebration. Okay, sir. So, what about the low moments? Do you have anyone that you think you want to share, or everything has been fine?
Oh, the low moment is the lack of sufficient finance to produce the book on time. So it's a challenge.
Right. Okay.
Now, especially these days, producing books are very expensive, and yet you want to go to the printer to bring out your book. So it's a challenging time if one is not determined.
Yeah, because most people they think if I print 1.8 and I sell 2,500, they won't buy it. Will I now tell 2,000? That's 200 naira again. So usually, if one think about the cost, we won't author, but we trust that at the long run, every author would find fulfilling parts in this authoring, such that they won't labor in vain. The truth is, it can be discouraging. Printing can be discouraging, and all those times that you write and the back and forth editing and all, it can be so tiring. But this is an encouragement to you, sir, and to the authors listening at home, that of course you've heard about the good moments, the feedbacks, and the times when the money came to, because at times there'll be no more than you sell just one book and boom, you be like, oh, this is money from my book. So I hope and I really wish that more authors will have the positive moments more than the low moments. So if you are privileged to translate your book into another language, what language are you considering or looking at?
But,
you talked about it before?
Yes, I've talked about it. Virtually all the languages, because I'm not talking about Nigerian languages alone. Even French, Chinese. It's not just going to be limited to Nigerians.
So have you thought about it before, translating your books?
The thought came once, but not. I didn't deliberate too much on it.
So now I've heard something. You got deliberate more on it, because I think, I don't know if you noticed that Nigerian singers, God is using Nigerian singers for other countries. Did you notice recently?
Yes.
So I wouldn't know. For Christian, God might want to do that too for us. So we should not just limit ourselves to publishing in English. We should look at the big factor. I mean, the bigger picture that, if I translate into other books, other nations can get to read it. It might not even be now. I mean, the results might not be now. You never can know the country to get to, and boom. Because I know that you can sell 100 copies in Nigeria, and it will get to one country and it will boom, but they will sell like 1,000. That works very well. Growing up, I read a lot of foreign books, and I know how their books blessed us in Nigeria. So if you are listening at home and you're an author, do not limit yourself to publishing in English alone. So, sir, who is your model in this authoring journey? Or
yes,
Jesus is your model?
Basically, during the launching of this book,
okay, sir,
I was interviewed on who motivated me.
Wow.
I told them I'm a student of Pastor E. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, who is also a writer.
Wow.
I'm a student of Bishop David Oyedepo.
Wow.
I'm a student of Dr. Pastor Paul Emeche.
Wow.
All these people are writers.
Wow.
So there's no how I will be following them and will not be able to Right.
Wow. Sir, you said you've written two books. The first book is the title
Ruth.
Root, just Root. Wow,
Yes.
wow. I love the title already. So, um, this one is your second and most recent book.
Yes.
Okay. So, when did you release this?
Yes, it was released 31st July.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. So, Root was last year,
Ruth was 2019.
2019. Wow, wow. Okay. So, I think we can say that your publications are in the spiritual niche.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have any fiction or that whatever. Okay, so tell us more about this book.
Yes, this book is about the occurrence in the body of Christ. It's a Christian literature.
Wow.
It's about what is happening presently in the body of Christ. And it is called Beware Satan in God's Presence. So many people have uh, mistaken the church to be just a place where the angels are, not knowing that even in the midst of God's people, we can still have Satan
Hmm.
coming to carry out different activities.
Hmm.
So this prompted me to write so that any genuine Christian, when you read this book, it will really help you to know how to relate with people, and you will not be unnecessarily offended with maybe behavior or misbehavior of people. So this is what prompted me to write this book.
So is it that your sermons are what you converted into books?
Yes.
Because I know a
But
lot of pastors who are authors of many books because they converted their
yes,
sermons into books.
as a matter of fact, before uh, preaching the sermon, I have the intention of writing the book
Or publishing it.
publishing it.
Okay.
So I like to preach my book first.
Wow, wow.
Let me
wow,
preach it to
wow,
people.
Wow.
Let me talk about it to people. When it blesses the people I'm teaching, then
They
it
will
will
look forward
bless.
to read
Yes.
it. Wow, this is a very good strategy. Yes, I know that a lot of pastors, like you mentioned, Pastor Adeboye, Pastor Edeko, they have fantastic books based on their life experiences, but some of their books are based on their sermon, and it's exciting that one can get listen to the sermon and one can still read the books. I love the topic because as pastors, I know you've seen a lot and heard a lot, so it's it's expedient that from your wealth of experience you're writing such a book. So, dear listeners, this is Pastor Omolaja's book for should I call it I can call it mentoring or coaching, because many people are like church is not this, church is that, so I think this type of book is going to be like a realignment to such people who are discouraged.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can give people this book, and for people who are complaining or maybe discouraged about church people or Christianity, this will help them know that uh, like you can find it in offices, schools, or neighborhood. You can also find the devil
Yes.
in churches masquerading as saints. So just when you read it and have that mindset, you learn to forgive easily, learn to cope with people, and
Yes,
live
that's
your life
exactly what the book is
beautifully well.
about.
So please help us tell people so that they can reach out to you and buy their copies for their church library, for their family library, and gift other people.
Yes, the book is available on Seller.
Okay.
And it's also available on Amazon.
Okay.
So you
Okada Books,
yes,
Amazon. Okay.
For now,
so
on Seller and Amazon.
Okay. What about your number or mail or your Facebook account so that they can always?
My Facebook account is Kehinde Omolaja. You can always get in touch with me. Or if you want to call, you can call me on 090 1752 1490. 090 1752 1490.
So you've heard from the author. You can always get his book from the number called, or you can send a mail to Pastor Kenny Omolaja at gmail.com. So, sir, would you think, what would you say is the big picture for you as an author?
The big picture for me is to see this book blessing the whole world.
Wow. Yes.
Not just limiting it to
Nigeria or redeemed.
Yes. So let it be a blessing to the whole world. And when people get the knowledge. Oh, we will all make it together.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, sir. So that's now all for the author interview. Let's move to the next segment of the show. This or that. Okay, for this segment, I'll be asking questions and you'll be picking anyone that resonates with you, and I might decide I will talk about it or I might just rush over it. So, self-publishing or traditional publishing?
Traditional publishing.
Okay, so your books were authored by a publisher and it was stress-free because somebody who is self-publishing, we have to reach out to different people and they will show you, they can show you shege, they can disappoint or do rubbish, and you have no. But for a publisher, because they're reputable, they have their name, like they don't want anything to soil their name. They have their principles and they'll do it seamlessly. Okay, that's nice. I can even see the touch now. Fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
Because your books are non-fiction. Okay, e-book or paper book?
Both.
So which one works best for you?
For now, paper book.
Okay.
Still
Any
trying
reason?
to build the.
Any reason do you think?
I'm still trying to.
Why
build.
you've sold ebook, right?
Yes.
You know that ebook is like plus. You don't pay for paper, you don't pay for transfers, you don't pay for anything.
The reason is I'm still building the audience.
Okay.
So that's why paper book is more of I have more audience
that appreciates the paper book. By the time you start having people in far whatever, okay, that's fine. Forward or no forward?
Forward.
You are forward. Okay. Do you want to do a shout out to the person that wrote the forward?
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Mrs. Dairo.
Okay, Dr. Mrs. Dairo, we are giving a shout out to you for writing forward to Pastor Kehinde Omolaja's latest book. Thank you, ma. Because I know to write forward is not easy. You have to go through that book whether you like it or not and summarize the points. Now, Andy book or bulky book?
Andy.
Okay, straight to the point as in kind of thing. So reading or movie? Or prayer? I should say the third option.
Is it my hobby?
Yes, sir.
Of course, if you add prayer to it, then I have to go for prayer.
Okay, if I remove prayer, reading or movie?
To be reading.
Okay, you don't have time for movie.
I don't have time for movie.
Okay, your own inspiration is from God. So some people actually watch movies to relax. So how do you relax?
Yes, I also watch movie to relax with my family.
Bonding time. But other ways, are there other ways to relax? No time. Please, sir, relax. And then it's very necessary when you get into authoring fully, because now it's still like one book in 2 years, so it's still stable. But when you start writing back to back, you have to relax. Because mental wise, it's engaging to write and write and write. So you still have to do stuff to refuel your prowess. The Lord is your strength. So 1 million copies of your books to sell or meeting a popular figure?
1 million copies of my book.
Okay.
Because that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Not just the money, the impact. The popularity itself will come.
Then the impact.
The impact.
Yeah. So, are you anytime soon? Do you think you would want to co-author with somebody? Is that something you would consider? You want to do?
Yes. If there is.
And what would be the condition for choosing a co-author? Is it somebody?
My own focus is on Christian faith.
Okay.
So there can be partnership in
symbiotic.
that
direction. Yes. That's the purpose of co-authoring. Like you bring your strength. If it's money, or maybe fame. I mean, you're already known. Bring it together so that when readers see so book and see two authors, if I don't know this one, I know this one. If I've not read this, so it's a plus. So dear listeners, we are encouraging co-authoring on this show, but just make sure that you tie your loose ends legally such that your revenues will not cause issue. But for real, co-authoring is a big one, is a good one. Okay, sir, this is the end of this segment and we'll move to the next segment. On the next segment of the show this morning, it is the Learn a New Word segment. And the word I'll be bringing to you is red pill or blue pill. I don't know if you've heard it before, but this is a choice and willingness to learn a life-changing truth. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Some people prefer to remain in ignorance, and when you try to correct them that, oh, this thing is not good, blah blah, they will be stubborn and say they want to remain in this. The last segment of the show this morning is Did You Know segment. Now, did you know that the richest author is J.K. Rowling? J.K. Rowling is the author of Harry Potter and has been selling for years. So this is a challenge to you and I that from this authoring we can be rich. Never say never. Do not give up. Just be determined. While you are trying to bless the world with your words and your books, the blessings will also come. So if somebody is shaming you or discouraging that there's nothing there, I'm telling you today that J.K. Rowling is the richest author, and from records has a net worth of $1 billion. You can imagine what that is. The future is bright. So you can watch this replay once again. You can watch this replay on my YouTube channel, Dr. Rachel Ogusowo. Follow us on Royal International on Facebook and Instagram. You can reach out to us on WhatsApp 09092920445. I'll be expecting your feedback. And if you for inquiry, then if you want to feature on the author's CONFAB show, please send a mail to royalroadpublishing@gmail.com. Don't forget, do not publish gibberish. Bye.